Hi, Melinda. This is the shaping part. And so I have been turning the dough and it's increased in size. And I stuck my two fingers in it, or two of my fingers up to the second knuckle. And that's kind of what it looks like when it's ready. It's quite light. It's got a lot of air in it. It's risen. Again, it's risen slowly. This is probably, I think we started at 9 making the dough, and it's 240 right now. So I took my time. I was also been doing some other things, so the timing isn't super critical. Here I have my scale, and I have my setup to make it a baker's scale. I put a glass on it, and then I put a plate on the glass, and then I can weigh the dough when I split it. I know from experience that this recipe creates 1,600 grams of dough, so I can weigh two 800 gram loaves out of it. It's kind of cool. You can see the air on the back side of the bowl. It's got a lot of little air pockets in it, the dough. Okay, so to divide it, I just take, again, my little trusty scraper and cut the dough in what I think is half. And one of the things that you can do if you want, which I should have done, is you can flour the plate. You can also flour the table that you're working on so that when you put the dough down it doesn't stick, but I didn't do that. That is 780 grams, pretty close. I took a little bit off the other one. Now it's exactly at 800. So I'll take this dough and this is the floured part on the outside, so I'm kind of pulling the skin around and I'm laying it down on that floured part so it doesn't stick. And I'll flour this guy again. Scrape this guy up. This should be about 800 pounds or 800 grams. Let's see what it weighs. It weighs 806. So recipe was pretty accurate, and it's right where I want it to be. And now what I'm going to do is the shaping. Now there are 2 steps to this. This is the first step. The first step is a general shape. And what I want to do is I want to create a, again, not a lot of flour, but a little bit to keep it from sticking. I want to create a tight skin around the outside of the dough. So I'm going to pull the dough out and I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to go work my way around it. Keep turning it, keep grabbing a corner, kind of like what I was doing in the bowl, but I'm going to grab it in more places. And I'll show you what it looks like when I'm finished. You can really feel it fighting back. So it kind of looks like that, and it kind of has a smoother surface on it. And then I'm just gonna, using my hands like this, move this out of the way. I have no idea how good this video is coming out, so hopefully not too bad. But holding my fingers down on the table with my pinky fingers, I'm just gonna pull it toward me on a dry table. And when you do that, you'll see the skin sort of stretch on the dough. It's really cool. And so that is my shaped, little bubble right there, that's okay. That's my shaped dough. Looks pretty good. That's the seam side on the bottom. So I put a little flour down and I lay that down. This one's not shaped, that one's shaped. So in order to shape this one, again, I'm going to stretch it out a little bit, knock it down some, and then I'm going to work my way around it and pull these corners up. And this dough will flatten out, but it'll keep its shape for a little bit. And what I'm trying to do again is get that skin to form. And then here I'm pulling it, rotating it, pulling it, rotating it, pulling it, rotating it, and I'm getting a really nice tight skin and a seam on the other side. Put some flour down, maybe flour the top of it just a little bit. And then I'm going to take the towel that I used to cover the bowl, and I'm going to cover these guys, and I'm going to wait 30 minutes. I'll let them rest on the bench for 30 minutes.